I wish there was a creationist on YouTube that would constantly keep misrepresenting physics, especially like astronomy, because I'm really interested in that stuff. Oh well, if you know of anyone that does this, just let me know, okay? Wait a minute.
From the center, the slower it should travel in orbit, because the gravitational pull is weaker.
Likewise, for a galaxy, you would expect that you got further and further away, things are moving more and more slowly to stay in their orbits. But what Vera Rubin actually measured was that you got further and further away, the velocity of the orbiting gas and dust remained constant.
The outer parts of the galaxy were rotating fast enough that there must be a lot more mass, otherwise the galaxy would have flown apart.
The only way to resolve this paradox of galaxies which spin 10 times too fast is to assume that there is a halo of invisible matter surrounding the galaxy, keeping the galaxy whole.
It's not the only explanation. It's widely regarded as the best explanation. This explanation has explanatory power in other areas as well. For example, there's a gravitational lensing effect in large-scale structures in the universe, like galactic clusters, that cannot be explained unless there is more mass than the observable mass. It's perfectly possible that this is a blind alley. We don't know that yet. That's why research is being done. Let's have a look at how Neff analyzes this documentary. Let's see how much he reads into what these astronomers said that they didn't say. It's a lot.
The galaxies in our universe don't conform to physics.
Everything in the universe, by definition, conforms to physics, because physics is the study of how things in the universe behave. By definition, nothing in the universe can defy physics. However, physics, as we know it, can be wrong. In this case, a prediction was made using known physics. The prediction turned out to be incorrect, meaning that that particular phenomenon could not be explained using known physics. The conclusion is that there's something unknown going on here. Let's find out what it is.
They are vortexes.
Two things. One, the plural of vortex is vortices, not vortexes. English fails. Two, spiral galaxies are vortices. Not all galaxies are spiral galaxies. You fail.
They've discovered that the outside of a galaxy is spinning 10 times too fast.
Given the context, I'm going to assume that you mean 10 times faster than the laws of physics allow. And that's not at all what was said. They're not spinning 10 times too fast. They're spinning 10 times faster than anticipated. There's a difference.
10 times faster than what they say it should be.
No, dumbass. 10 times faster than anticipated.
The outside of galaxies is spinning faster than the inside.
The velocity of the orbiting gas and dust remained constant.
This completely defies physics.
It defies the anticipation. It doesn't defy physics. How do you not see the difference?
You see galaxies as the evolutionist.
What are you talking about? evolutionists. You know, if these people accept the theory of evolution, that has nothing to do with this. I assume they do because, you know, they're not as dumb as you are. What matters is that these people are experts at astronomy, not whether they believe that animals reproduce with variation and natural selection selects against the weaker variations, causing life to change over time. That has nothing to do with this.
Scientists you've just heard spoke state galaxies should not have formed
They didn't say that.
and should not even exist,
Or that.
considering what we observe about them.
What we observe is that something that we observe cannot exist to be observed. Therefore, we observe something that cannot be observed, proving that what we observe is not something that can be observed to.
They defy physics. Everything in our solar system defies physics.
Who has brought up our solar system? Neph, they're talking about galaxies. Do you not understand the difference between solar system and galaxy? Wow.
So how do they explain away the fact that the galaxies are spinning 10 times too fast, that the inside of a galaxy is spinning slower than the outside of it?
The velocity of the orbiting gas and dust remained constant.
How do they explain that away? Oh, dark matter, of course. Let's just invent something called dark matter, a filler, and say, oh, that does it.
You seem to be under the impression that you can't come up with new ideas, because that would be, what, unscientific? You really have no idea of how science works, do you?
Can't see it, can't detect it, but it's there, trust me. Have faith in us.
No one is asking anyone to have faith. They want to be questioned. You see, it's by questioning science that you actually realize that it holds up to scrutiny, and that's what makes it credible. Again, you have no idea how science works, do you?
It's not there. You see, there's far too little matter in this universe for a Big Bang to have occurred.
Where did that come from? It has nothing to do with what they're talking about. A Big Bang is not going to be prevented by having too little mass. It's going to be prevented by having too much mass.
That's why dark matter was invented by...
Using your terminology, it was invented to explain the movement of galaxies, which you have clearly been informed of in the documentary that you yourself used clips from. Did you just pick clips at random without watching them?
They've invented something called dark matter to try to explain away the origin of the universe, the formation of stars, and the existence, formation of galaxies, and why they exist still to this day instead of just come apart. They can find no reason why they even exist. They should not exist because they don't conform to science. They don't conform to physics. You see, dark matter doesn't exist.
Okay, that one deserves a comment. It might not exist, but you don't know that. You don't get to say that it doesn't exist when there is evidence indicating that it may very well exist.
And there was no Big Bang.
There is absolutely no evidence leading in that direction. All the evidence that we have suggests that there was a Big Bang. The metric expansion of space, the cosmic background radiation, the abundance of light elements in the universe, and the even distribution of matter at large scales.
Evolutionists apply dark matter to cosmic evolution just like they do gaps in the fossil record. The nature of the fossil record is nothing but gap. That's why they invent punctuated equilibrium, to explain away the fact that the fossil record does not demonstrate any transition of one kind of creature into another.
Stop talking about biology. That has nothing to do with this.
They created another filler. Oh, a punctuated equilibrium. You know, it happens so quickly. Instead of a slow climbing the Darwinian tree, no, it goes horizontal quickly to a brand new type of creature and then up. That's the new Darwinian tree of life. The branches go straight out, then up. See, it's an excuse to explain it away. There's no evidence of transition in the fossil record.
Are you still on about this?
So the explanation is, oh, it happened so fast it didn't leave any record of itself. That's why it happened. See, look at the fossils. Here's one, here's another kind. See, there's no forms in between. It jumped over there. It jumped over there. It jumped over there. It jumped over there. It evolved really quick. No, nothing happened like that. It didn't evolve. And the cosmos don't evolve. They never did. They can't.
A universe can change over time. I thought that was obvious based on observations you have made. For example, there was a time when this universe did not include the video that I'm responding to. The universe has changed over time. It has evolved.
Why does the outside of a galaxy spin 10 times too fast? Faster than its inside? When gravity and physics tells us this cannot be? Because it's the hand of God that operates it.
Check out the self-ponage.
They should not exist because they don't conform to science. It's the hand of God. They should not exist because they don't conform to science. It's the hand of God. They should not exist because they don't conform to science. It jumped over there. It jumped over there. It jumped over there. It jumped over there.